What's up, guys? I'm here with Sam and Evan again. We're not at 7K anymore. We're actually at 25K per month now. So yeah, I'm doing another client testimonial with them. I'm super happy that they came on this client retreat trip with me. I finally met them in person, and this time we can at least speak in person together. But yeah, I'm super happy that they've been able to hit 25K per month. And yeah, kind of take it away. How are you guys?
Yeah, good. Good so
Yeah,
far. I mean, being here is awesome. I mean, it's crazy, honestly. Being
yeah,
able to kind of make it somewhere like this off of something that we started not even a year ago
yeah.
yet. So it's wild. It's pretty crazy.
We
Pretty crazy.
spoke about it the whole entire year of just meeting up, and
Yeah.
we haven't really had this conversation yet, so I'm kind of happy we do it here. But meeting up in person, seeing the ideas, bouncing ideas from each other, it's been really, really sick. It's been
Yeah.
really fun to bounce ideas back and forth. So yeah, it's been great. How's your agency? How's kind of tell me a little bit about it?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's crazy. I don't know how else to describe it other than like I don't think I've actually fully sat with anything like and thought about like holy shit, this is actually happening. I don't
Yeah,
think I've fully kind of grasped that yet, but it's wild. Like I mean, we're making money that like I remember speaking with Sam when we kind of first started and Sam's dad and kind of having a discussion of like where would you guys want to be by the end of 2024, and we were like, oh, if we could have like 10K months consistently, and we thought that that was like ambitious. We thought that that was like if we make that, that's crazy.
yeah,
And then we blew it out of the water. Like
yeah.
we doubled it, almost tripled it. So it's absolutely crazy, absolutely crazy.
I know that once you guys hit that 7K mark, you guys were really happy, right? Like it's correct me if I'm wrong, it's the most money you've seen in like a month making, right? Maybe give or take. But I remember after that 7K, I was like, guys, you guys can do like,
Yeah.
you guys can print. You guys can do way, way more than just 7K. You guys can make like 20, 30, 40. So how
Yeah,
does it feel now making that 25K per month?
honestly, it's like Evan said, it's surreal because we the thing is like our story started like a long time ago. We've been doing this for like 2-3 years. I mean, when we started SMMA, before we like met you and everything, we started back in February, and we didn't really make any money
Yeah,
until we started really working with you. I mean, like we probably worked like what is it, 6 months, 7 months?
Yeah, I think so.
It's like 6-7 months without making any money, maybe like $500 total.
yeah,
And then we signed on with you, hit 10K in October, November 20, and then ever since then we're 20, 25, 30K a month. So it's been crazy.
what's your guys' goals now that you've hit that 20, 25K mark? What's your goal now moving forward? What you guys want to hit? How much money you guys want to make?
I think right now it's just mainly just trying to be consistent
Yeah,
because it's like in the agency game there's a lot of ups and downs. Like you can see like a 30K month and the next thing you know you're back to 10.
yeah,
And so it's kind of just like really being consistent, doing the inputs, staying consistent to like consistently hit those
yeah,
25, 30K marks. And then from there, it's just like kind of building a team and outsourcing.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree. And
Yeah,
Evan?
I wanna say that like for us, the main bottleneck in our company is the appointment setting
Yeah.
because it's kind of since it's just us two, we don't really have any like team or anything yet.
And
It's
you're
very
scaling super fast.
scaling super fast. Like we literally went from like you say like August we hit 7K, and then in like September October was like 10K around there, and then all of a sudden in November we're hitting like 25K out of nowhere,
Yeah.
like just double, almost triple.
Well, not out of nowhere.
Well,
Like,
yeah. To be fair, the closing we were closing very very well,
yeah,
but I mean, for us it seems like surreal. Like holy fuck! Like where did this come from?
yeah,
And then now we're like trying to figure out how to actually handle all that input and
yeah,
then turn it into also like so we don't churn so much. That way we can actually retain and keep that like Sam saying that consistency.
yeah,
The appointment setting is rough because it'll be like I appointment set, then I take the meetings, then he's stuck onboarding. The appointment setting is done. Then
yeah,
there's a week where we appointment set. It's just a constant back and forth. So we're really trying to figure out that system to be able to
yeah,
get that consistency into the mix, I
yeah.
guess.
And if you were to tell someone who's watching this entire video, if you were to tell them like something that you did or that you guys did to scale that fast within those like few months, right? You hit 7, 10, 10, and then 25.
Yeah.
What's the best advice you could give to someone trying to first make their first 10K and then scaling from there to where you're at right now?
Sales.
Yeah,
It's almost all in the actual sales aspect of it. Like, I mean, you can have the perfect system. You can have the
Yeah.
perfect back end where you could, oh, I know that I'm going to get you a $15 cost per lead. Like, you could tell that to your clients. But if you're not good at actually selling them on that dream, you're impossible to close them.
Yeah.
Obviously, when we first started, I wasn't the best at it. But, you know, we kind of sat down and went over everything. We had like a 2-hour meeting at one point where we went through like multiple of my sales calls, minute by minute, and you were telling me, hey, don't do this. Hey, this was good. This was bad. Fix this. Do this instead.
Yeah.
That really helped me. And then immediately after that, that 7K month was like, we made that in like 4 days. Like we made that 7K in a period. I closed like 6 people in like 4 days.
And now you're even the one. Sometimes when we're having group calls, you're the one coaching them on how to close.
Yeah,
you know?
on sales, because everybody, I post my wins in the chat,
Yeah.
and everybody's like, "How the fuck is this guy closing so much?"
Yeah.
So I get DMs every time I post a win in the community. I always get like a private message saying like, "Hey man, do you have a sales script? Do you have this? Do you have that?" And I have to be like, "Nah, man, it's just like." Just leads and vibes.
Leads and vibes.
That's literally
just leads and vibes.
Just leads and vibes. Like,
it's finding that flow. In sales, it's finding that flow, and you found your flow, your own strategy. Like your strategy and my strategy is very similar, but we still have our differences in how we do it. You know, so everyone needs to just become their own person, learn how to sell, and that's, I would say, is the most important part in SMA. But then there's Sam, who comes into play.
Of course.
And if you guys don't know, Sam is basically like the back end kind of guy, the genius behind all the systems. Sam actually retains the clients, right? So without Sam, they're not making an extra 10, 15 grand recurring per month, right? Because Evan goes out and closes probably like 5, 10 new clients a month, something like that. Maybe.
It depends.
Some
months I can close, like November I close. Oh
yeah.
It really depends. Like in November, I think I closed. I mean that 25K, it was like 25, 28K.
Yeah.
That's like 13 people that I closed in 1 month.
Yeah.
And then, you know, like you said, Sam, it kind of comes down to Sam for the actual retention.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
well, without Sam, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but without Sam, like I was saying before, we don't, like, you guys don't hold 10, 15 grand per month recurring, you know? So that's where Sam comes into play, and I respect it a lot, you know?
Yeah.
It is sales heavy. SMMA is sales heavy, but you have to retain to grow the company.
Right.
I would say add something, you know, to what you were saying about like talking about, you know, helping someone who's just starting out is like if you have like a partner or something, definitely like split. Like at first, me and Evan kind of like we were doing a little bit of everything. Like I was doing sales, he was doing sales. We were kind of like doing both back end managing, but we kind of just ended up. Everyone was telling us, you know, focus on something and like that's how you grow. And so we just did it. So we just told him to do sales. I do back end, and ever since then we just started taking off because it really allows you to kind of like learn, you know, that skill because you're just doing it all the time. So he just got really good at sales, and I just got really good at back end, and that's just kind of how everything just took off.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And what are you guys doing right now? Like, for example, I know which niche you guys are in. I'm not going to give them your niche exactly, but are you guys thinking of expanding into different niches, or are you just thinking of scaling this one to what type of numbers? What are you guys thinking about?
I think right now it's there's just a lot of people in this niche, so it's just kind of scaling up this one for a while, and then from there we can maybe think about kind of going into other similar niches and expanding. But for right now, it's just kind of honing in on one.
Yeah. Okay. And what's your guys' goals for 2025? Maybe inside the agency, outside of the agency. You know, what are your plans?
Yeah, I mean, the first goal is to hire an appointment setter, like he was saying.
Yeah.
To 100% hire an appointment setter just to stay consistent. And then more of like long term is just to kind of like, you know, grow those systems, you know, hire those, you know, hire some people in the back end to kind of keep, you know, consistency and just retaining more.
I know you guys both quit your jobs, so that's a pretty cool thing to do. You know, it's not everyone's able to quit their jobs from. Well, basically, you guys use your 9 to 5 to fund your 5 to 9, you know, and you guys actually did it. So how did it feel?
Yeah, so Sam's a little bit different than me. He quit in December of 23.
Okay.
And he was just like he had savings. He was like kind of like fuck it. Like I want to dedicate all my time to do something.
Yeah.
Like at that point we weren't even doing SMA. Like he said, we started like end of February, beginning of March.
Yeah.
At that point he was doing like YouTube. Like he was doing like he thought like, oh, I'm gonna do YouTube full time.
Yeah.
But he quit in December and was kind of like just like fuck it. Like I have to just dedicate myself kind of force myself to figure something out. That's
Yeah.
what he kind of does. I was a little bit different. I actually stayed working until like September of this past year, 24, and him and I had been doing it for a while at that point. But literally like 2 weeks before I quit was that week that we hit 7K in a week.
Yeah.
And then I was kind of like, yeah, fuck it. Like this is like, I was dedicating, multiple days a week to go and do my job.
Yeah.
And it was taking time out of what I could have been doing
Yeah.
for this. I was like, okay, now that it's proven that I can make money, if I just dedicate more time to it, in theory, more time equals more money.
Yeah.
And it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but
Would
yeah,
you-
that feeling of being able to fucking quit, man, being able to quit I was serving.
Yeah.
Serving's a great job. Like, don't get me wrong. It's a fantastic
Yeah.
job. You make great money. I just never liked working for somebody else. No matter what job I had, I never liked working for somebody else.
I mean, you couldn't come to places like this on like where Tuesday today, it's not
Right.
like a random Tuesday, but like you couldn't
Right.
come to places like this on a random Tuesday and just be like, all right, let's
Yeah.
go work from a crazy villa for a week, So I'm so happy that you guys are able to do that. You guys are going to travel Europe for like the next month or two,
Yeah.
something like
Yeah,
that.
we got like, after we leave here, like another 3 weeks.
Yeah, so you're not able to do that if you have a 9 to 5.
And I want to add that, like, serving, you can pretty much take time off as much as you want. So I could have came here, but it would have been like I'm spending money and not making money. Sam and I
Exactly.
have made almost $3,500 since we've been here this week.
Yep.
So it's like the trip's paid for.
And we haven't worked.
Yeah, no,
We've done nothing.
It's been so little work.
Like we've fucked around. Like
It's crazy.
we're even gonna go do some fun stuff today. Today's our last day, so it's gonna be really fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I really appreciate you guys. Also, by the way, go follow Sam on YouTube and Instagram because he's gonna be posting fire content about his journey, his SMMA.
Yeah.
I'm releasing this video, but he's gonna be posting like, correct me if I'm wrong, like a kind of a little series about how you got to the spot that you are in. So definitely go follow him. I'll plug his Instagram and his YouTube down below. Do you want to say anything about that or no?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, just like I really appreciate you kind of having us on here and like just inviting us to this trip. It's been like amazing. Honestly, the best trip of our lives. Yeah, with my YouTube and stuff, I'm going to be planning on kind of going into how me and Evan kind of were able to do this. And so if you're interested, tuned in to our story, just go follow me. You could kind of see like what we did before. We were just struggling.
Yeah.
Honestly, anyone could do it. So, if you're just like a new guy out there, has no experience, just stick with something and you'll get it. Like literally anyone can do it. Anybody.
I do want to say that if you are new, and I'm not saying this just because but put it this way, Sam and I, when we first started, we actually bought kind of like a appointment setting course for $3,000, and that gave us absolutely nothing. The courses are like, there are good courses, don't get me wrong, but the whole like one-on-one mentorship where somebody is actually helping you step by step is significant. I mean, we were 6 months into courses and this and that and talking to different people, getting help, a month and a half into the mentorship with Kieran, we popped off. Like, and ever since then, it's been wild. And we've had access to Kieran for not only just that first 10K month, but now I talk to Kieran about like, hey, what systems do you have? What teams do you have? Because we're trying to scale to the point where he is, that 50, 60K a month mark. And I guess, like you said, that would kind of be our goal for 2025. We kind of skipped over that.
Yeah.
Is like, if we could hit, 50, 60K months and just kind of just run it up, that would be incredible. That'd be absolutely mind blowing.
And also we become really good friends. I always like to add that one, is we become really, really good friends. It's like, speaking online and stuff, it's cool. It's cool to speak online, make friends, but when you meet them in person, it's a whole different type of vibe. And this week it's definitely, we're already planning other trips to go other places and do other stuff. So it's basically like now it's just a friendship forever, So
I know. We'll see you guys in the summer of this year and see where we're at in the summer.
In summer, let's see where we'll be.
Yeah.
We'll be finding Evan a wife, man.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for making this video. Do you guys have any like last anything to say? No, we're good.
Man, thank you. Honestly,
you.
thank you for fucking letting us out here, bro.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Thank you,
dude.
bro.
It's awesome.
Thank you, Sam, bro. Appreciate you guys, and thanks for making this video. All right.
All right.
Peace, boys. Bye bye.
Cool.